Because how I like to release videos is I'll release the full videos from the op, and then afterwards I'll release the highlights so we can then go back and represent the full video.
Love is a burning
Now you're gonna
thing
hear everyone here as we're getting moved
and
into the TFAR channel.
makes a fiery ring.
That was adorable. But I can use the compilation videos as filler for that too, so I can always make sure there's a front log. But yeah, it's that's why sometimes, because I like to release 2 highlights a day, and then the next day will be a highlight and then one of those main videos because of how many highlights I sometimes get. But I'm not always able to do that. And I finally looked in that folder where I had all my clips and realized I had quite a few hundred, and I needed to get them sorted so I could get them off my hard drive, because I mean that was 184 gigs of footage, which isn't that much compared to other drives, but oh, it's nuts. But anyway, let's go ahead and cover the mission here. So the background for this is National Guard forces execute a raid on a surrounded militia force in rural Wyoming. So this is good old U.S. insurgency. Love it. Area of operations, militia forces have created 3 fortified positions on the edge of the forest, a depot, a barracks, and a field hospital, while maintaining a small hillside camp providing overwatch and security from the north. A small communications base has been constructed in the center of the forest. Various other ruins can be found scattered in and around the forest. Notes: Blue 4 assets are split between 2 safe zones. Blue 4 can send any squad into the safe zones during safe start, and then it's just secure 3 terminals. Game mode, terminal hack, 90-minute countdown once the terminal is touched by Blue 4, who is the offensive faction here. I'm going to scroll away from them because that's them playing with reload glitches and spamming that audio sound. So 3 terminals out there. If the attacking faction interacts with the terminal, it starts a 90-second countdown. If the within that countdown, I'm trying to scroll away to get away from that noise, but it is quite freaking loud. If the defenders are able to interact with that terminal within the 90-second time, it'll pause the timer, but then Blue 4 can go back and reinitiate it. It doesn't reset it, otherwise it would say so. And these terminals are non-sequential, which means they don't have to be taken in a certain order. That's another variable that can sometimes be put on. Otherwise, Blue 4 is our attacking faction, Green 4 is the defending. Otherwise, mission variables here, your standard 50-minute safe start with a 50-minute round. Max view distance is 868. Puma made this. That's an interesting call. Usually we see individual numbers placed after the hundreds place. If it's not 50, it's their signature. Maz started that trend, and a few other people bought into it as well. But otherwise, no magnified optics, no NVG equipment, and the default build point count of 125. Maz also poked me to say US camo is mistitled. It's supposed to be the Iraqi Freedom kits, not Desert Storm. So, more modern compared to Desert Storm. Otherwise, both sides have medium anti-tank weaponry capabilities. Both have 2 rounds of AT per person. Now, within every squad, there is the Mat Gunner and the Mat Assistant. So each squad has 4 rounds total, between 2 for the AT Gunner and then 2 for his assistant. Looking at Blue 4, uniforms are going to be the 2000s Army. Again, that's supposed to be Iraqi Freedom, not Desert Storm. Maz misnamed that. He's got just poked me to tell me that. Otherwise, their weaponry is going to be M16A3s and M4A1s. Glock 17 is the secondary. M249s for the auto rifleman, and M240 Gulfs for the machine gunner. Light anti-tank is going to be the M136, the sniper, who is an X-ray, gets a choice of an M2010 with different skins. 2 suppressed shooters get a choice between the Mark 14 or the SOCOM 16. Crew and aviation are going to get a choice between the MP7 submachine gun or an M4A1. There is nothing on crew served weapons. Usually in here is mortars or AA. That's rare to see, but sometimes we do. Otherwise, 2 transport Humvees given to Blue 4, 1 MTVR transport truck as well. And then you have 2... Oh, okay. No, so there's not 3 M240s. It's just 1 M240, M113, and then 2 M240 Humvees. Okay. That might have been mislabeled in the thing, but M240 is basically, medium machine guns given to the VIX. No heavy machine guns, though. Interesting to note. Op 4, meanwhile, has nothing because Op 4 isn't in play here. One more thing I want to quickly note, looking at these guys, the squad marksman that's in every squad, their gun isn't mentioned. That looks like that is going to be a Mark 11, which is a 20-round DMR that fires 7.62 by 51, similar to Blue 4's 2 Spec Ops dudes. It fires the same caliber weapon. Otherwise, in 4, also known as Green 4, in case I couldn't read, it is the French Lizard Camouflage. Breaking down what these all mean real quick. Yeah, Parison, that's people from Paris. They're fighting Paris rebels in Wyoming. That's how it works, guys. Anyway, platoon leader, platoon sergeant, squad leader, team leader, auto rifleman, assistant grenadier, grenadier IR. They have the 40 millimeter hunt IR rounds, which are grenade rounds you can fire from the UGL. They go up in the air, they turn into a camera with a parachute, and you can get scouting data from it by connecting it to the camera. It's quite cool. Machine gunner assistant, combat engineer, light anti-tank, medium anti-tank 1, and its assistant and 2. That's because sometimes we see different launchers placed on both sides, such as AA and AT capabilities, recon infantry scouts that get the suppressed weapons, DMRs, so it's going to be the SVD, 4, green 4, sniper, which we'll go over his weapon in a second, crew leader, crewman, pilot, medics, and then the base kit. Loadouts are going to be AKMs and AKSs, so 7.62 by 39, the PM handgun for the primary, RPK 74 for the light machine gun, PKP for the medium machine gun for the auto rifleman and machine gunners respectively, RPG 26 single shot disposable AT for the light anti-tank, sniper gets the 338 chamber T5000, and the suppressed shooters in X-ray get a choice between the 45 round magazines for an AKS or an AS Val with 20 round magazines of 9x39. They're using SP-6 ammo, which is armor piercing. Maz told me that when he was covering EU with me, so now I know, but he's the guy that makes all these kits. And then you have a PP2000 or an AKS for crew and aviation. Otherwise, assets, they get 2 standing Dishkas, which can penetrate into the 113 and the Humvees and take people out. Otherwise, looking at our roster, we have Night Owl, Mr. Sexy Voice commanding.
And 113 behind him. You would also take the M113. It's going to be that blue route.
And that's why I call him Mr. Sexy Voice.
Some volunteers.
Don't tell him I told you. Anyway, Nielsen is going to be leading Alpha HQ. I actually don't see Blue Fort with an X-ray component here, so he's opting to keep everyone as infantry. So Nielsen leading Alpha, Hudson, and Choland are crewmen kits, so they'll either take a Humvee or the 113. Alpha 1 being led by Sablon here because he has the slash in his name. He's got Welsh, Chine, Bates, Carlson, Eagle, and Gordon with him. Depso leading Alpha 2 with Tymic and Resent My Love. Cosmonaut leading Bravo HQ. He's got no vehicle crew under him. Treek leading Bravo 1 under Cosmonaut with Anderson, Maz, Greenshade, Gur, Wheaton, and Z-Stall together. Cool Breeze leading Bravo 2 with Poe, Martin, Fist, and Chadwick under him. Artisan looks like he's merged all of Charlie together just to form a team, so he's leading Space Cowboy, Carl, Banks, Zoni, Puma, Fred, and Melno. And then, quite a few interesting names here. Delta HQ has merged everyone together. This appears to be a Pepega Pirates group. Quite a few have jumped in from the EU branch. Guy Fury leading Arma, Jesus, Bayant, Chow, Lennox, Dooley, Flux, Michael, Harry, Fez, Goose, and Leg. So we'll see what they are capable of. But otherwise, let's go over to Green 4, and then we will go and look at the map and make some comparisons here. Mountain is commanding platoon. He's got Pinoy as the 2IC. That's Falcon. Falcon's being special as he jumps off a roof and starts jumping around like a goober. I see. This is Falcon. This is the shit Falcon pulls. He's one of the top players in FNF, right behind Bay, Flux, and a few others, but...
Oh, dude, I'm making history today.
Oh my god, this goober.
Whoa! Dude, I'm grinding the window, Whoa!
Anyway, this is Falcon. Tenderbaner as the medic, and looks like he is learning how to do what Falcon does. Shy leading X-Ray here, Bacon Flavor, Ivan is the medic. Olaf being the 2IC for the group. Sam taking an AS Val. Mutant taking an RPK, an AKS with the RPK 45 round banana mags, and G-Legs being the T5000 338 sniper. Arcane leading Alpha HQ. He's got AJ and Monk as crewman slots, which is kind of weird because they don't have anything to crew. They just have 2 static Dishkas, but I digress. Azuki leading Alpha 1 with Wise, Holton, Saddam, Hunavar, Ilbanek, and Grab together. Nemesis, so we got some Scandi Recon elements also playing NA tonight. Nice. Nemesis leading Alpha 2 with Whiplash, Iander, Blam, Vagrant, Gabian, and Twins together. Bravo HQ has Pierce leading Funnyman, Muniz, Silui, Tacky, Ice, and Nick together, and then Mittens leading Bravo 2 with Loki and Waldo all together. Interesting rosters here, seeing Scandi and Pepega separated, Bay on one side, Maz and Falcon on the other side as well. This should be quite interesting. AO is literally the bottom right of Yellowstone. All right, that is quite nice, and you have a lot of custom buildups here as well to make this encampment. Very, very cool. Otherwise, looking over at our AO, let's look at our 3 terminal sites. We have the depot over here, which has Terminal 1. Depot has some sheds, excuse me, not sheds, garages with some shed attachments, some small tents as well, a helicopter landing site, and some fortified bunker lines. Very, very nice to see. And the terminal itself is marked for everyone on the map. It is going to be in this central shed. Very nice to see that. Terminal 2 has the barracks area, which is where we were seeing some people jump around. It's got a nice little trench line perimeter, got some fenced over walls with this concrete block here, and you have the barracks buildings, as well as the central bunker complex that you can fit an entire squad in. The terminal is right in here. Third area is the field hospital, which is where we were seeing the chuckleheads jumping around, and they're still jumping around. The terminal is in this little bunker all the way in here. So kind of on the edge, skirting over some of these positions, but again, some really nice trench lines made. There goes Falcon. And he is now in a tree.
Landed it.
Someone smite this man. He is too powerful. Otherwise, looking over at the rest of the AO, you have some ruins all around to add a little bit of texture and life into this custom area, because I don't think there's any buildings here that are natural. You have some other ruins from some castles. You have even more so of those around. Anything that has a little black box around it means it's custom placed. That's how FNF's framework works. You have some garage buildings over here with some wrecks as well. But this is a very nice custom AO. Who made this? Puma, right? I'm going to be honest. If Puma watches this back, dude, you did a great job with this one. I am a sucker for custom AOs like these. Meanwhile, Blue 4 is going to be attacking in a forced pincer move from the west and east, and we'll see how they do. Otherwise, you also have the hill camp here, which has a lot of sandbags. I've never thought of building sandbags like that around a deer stand, but that like fortifies the entire interior of it, and then you can actually extend it with more sandbags. That's something I'm going to copy. That's dope. All right. I can't believe I never thought of that, but you know what? That's awesome, because that'll also stop penetration of rounds, but that also looks really realistic of just stacking sandbags. Yeah. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that does seem like a Vietnam thing to do as well. All right. So, we'll see what Blue 4 decides to do in its assault here. We still have 3 minutes, and we'll see how things fold in. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing all 3 rounds of the NA branch tonight. Again, I will probably do some DayZ afterwards, letting you guys troll me a bit, because I've had a long week, and I might as hell make it worse. Then I'm going to tune out, do a shit ton of editing, because I have a lot to do. And then there's quite a few things that'll happen. Either I'll crash from my coffee, I will build my new computer, or I will just do a shit ton of editing for stuff. Because I'm trying to think right now. Saturday, we're going to be doing a Star Sim op with the 38th. And then the 399, they're doing their last Starship Trooper op. They asked if I could Zeus. I told them no, because I don't have the right to Zeus their last op before they kill their own community and turn it into something else. So I'll be playing on the ground. Probably as a FedNet guy. I would love to do some FedNet stuff there, make it official. And then Sunday will be that stupid Among Us op. And then I don't think I'll be doing anything else. I'd love to play with the Vietnam guys, but we're having guests over from Bloodwing's family. And then Monday, I'm debating. I think we're going to turn Mondays in TSB into that World War II airborne stuff, because there's another... there's a line of operations I want to do with that framework, because it was really cool. And then Tuesdays, I think I'm going to reel it back to Vietnam. I've shelved the Argentinian campaign because I just lack of interest within TSB. I've done that from time to time. I don't have the numbers, so I'm probably going to do like some SOG stuff until numbers bounce back up, because, you know, communities cycle through people all the damn time. But beyond that, we'll see. But I think some full arsenal SOG stuff would be fun. I can make some custom areas, have some fun with building everything. And then beyond that, I mean, what do I want to do for Wednesday for my Discord framework? I think I'll make a poll and see what people are interested in, because there's a few different things I could do, but I also need to start prepping the checkpoint RP. Pick a date for that, because I keep pushing it off, and there's about 20 other things I need to do as well, but maybe, we're definitely going to do some streams, though, where I'm sorting through some of my footage, looking over some old highlights, yada-da. But otherwise, a round has begun. We're going to see Blue 4 start deploying. Now, with this type of AO, there's actually a lot of room for Blue 4 to potentially push to the south here, reform their forces, and then push in as a unified group. But I think they're just going to stay as pincered groups. So right off the bat, you have some openings here and here that forces can get in. That one's a little weaker because Terminal 2 Overwatch is here, but this bump doesn't have any direct Overwatch on it. But Blue 4, not everyone seemed to be mounted up here. We're seeing them now going in various directions. We'll see how they decide to fold in. But back to what we were talking about, I would say out of all of the ops I've ever done, the two types of ops people tell me they really, really remember as my really terrifying, screwed up ops, in a good way, of course, is 40K Horror, which I only did 2 of back in the day. One of them we didn't stream or record, though, because it was for a community that paid me. But the other one, that one was pretty scuffed. Because a few things broke, but I found ways to fix them and make them even worse. And yeah, I got a lot of legitimate screaming there. But those and Vietnam ops of just, you know, night fighting. Night fighting's messy when you're the VC, or when you're the Zeus prepping the VC and you have a bunch of player-based GIs that don't know what to do. It's quite fun. Was that the one with the rooms for people? No, that was a General 700th op, which was pretty funny because we got to pick on Serenzic and Coward, who I worked with back in the 501st quite a bit. Coward was my squad leader, and Serenzic was, you know, the streamer of the 501st back then. Decent guy, but he's done some really questionable things, which I will always hold over his head because in terms of all of the things I've run into Arma drama side, his is still first place for me. Even with the recent mod banning, that one takes 3rd place for me. Second place is still what the 501st did in the opposition Discord a few years ago, but Arma drama, you can never go wrong. There is always something. Otherwise, we have 92,000 on Blue 4, 77.7 thousand on Green 4. I'm going to be honest, guys. It's a toss-up. It's a big open area around the AO here to defend the points themselves, but a lot of forested room that allows for Blue 4 to get in and push from cover to cover. But we're also seeing some open areas that Blue 4 might actually push from because they're already on foot. So if Green 4 is able to pin Blue 4 in these open areas, it's gonna be bad. But we got Bravo already coming in over here. We got Delta as a blocking force. Not even a blocking force, a harassing force to harass the field hospital's position at Terminal 3. I still remember going on Serenzic stream and taking a bunch of photos of him while he has his camera on. That really made the day, made the op, in my opinion. His sin was pride, cowards was lust. Good times. All right, I'm also going to go ahead and mute myself in the TFAR channel because once people die, you can hear them locally, which is really funny. So on the 240 Humvees, though, harassing from afar. I think they're literally just trying to pin infantry to force them to engage forces up here, which is why they're very mobile force with those Humvees up there as Bravo folds in on this flank. This force I'm really worried about, though. Yeah, they've got a little bit of high ground to work with here, but this is just a massive open area that's going to get them killed if Green 4 decides that they want to hold the southeastern flank here. So we'll just have to see how that goes. We're also seeing shots going up in the air from Blue 4 here, which kind of... no, they're shooting the Hunt IR down. Because that shows me that Blue 4 is trying to make sure Green 4 doesn't spot this force coming around along the flank. The one concern I have, though, is one Blue 4 squad going to be enough to take this position? And I don't think so, because Green 4, I think, with their force here, still outnumbers that group. Yeah, some of them are going to be pinned fighting against Delta, but once they realize that there's a force much closer to them, they'll probably all turn and engage, so it'll be tough. Yes, no, we're talking about the pick spot. But anyway, back to the round. You hear that Dishka firing. Again, you gotta be careful with the Dishka because it only has 250 rounds across like 5 boxes, give or take. So these shots, I mean, yeah, if you get 2 or 3 shots in the front of the Humvee, you'll disable its engine, but it's not gonna be, it's gonna be really tough to make those shots overall. I'm wondering now if Green 4 is going to fold its hillside forces over to the right to have them try to snipe some of the Blue 4 guys doing that long-range harassment. Meanwhile, you've got Sam over here with the AS Val trying to get some long-range shots. I'm going to be honest, though, the AS Val, it doesn't have that good of a range. You already see the muzzle velocity going to blue, which means it's not doing a lot of damage. But here's the opening assault here as the 113 provides smoke cover. Now, that's not a bad call to utilize, but that's going to draw a lot of fire to the entire assault wave. We're seeing some AT getting fired. I am not sure from which side that is residing. But look at that. Waldo here with a nasty keyhole as he's trying to pick some guys off that are skylining there. 113 otherwise charging. They got someone on the 240 now suppressing. Does Green 4 have any AT? Yes, they do. They got Tachi trying to move over with the RPG to potentially get a line on it, but Blue 4 is just going to be moving back and forth here, providing that smoke billow. Got some Blue 4 AT. That was the sound of a Maz firing down on the trench line, but minimal damage because it's only AT rounds, not HE. RPG's ready here. That's 113's in the low ground, though, so Tachi might not be able to get a good shot on it. Now they're taking flanking fire, though, because Bravo has instead folded to go for the southern objective. I think the recon guys realized how many forces were here, so instead Blue 4 Command, who is Night Owl, folded his forces over to hit this position to now alleviate the push of forces here. That is a great call to make. Whether or not this was always the plan and just keeping these guys pinned by Delta from range, to instead have this flanking force come in and clear the spot, or they were testing that position to see if Bravo pushed in, needed to push into that position anyway and then attack from the rear, is anyone's guess, but this shows that Night Owl made a really good plan here that was adaptive to either situation, and now he's capitalizing on that adaptation. Tachi with a point-blank RPG shot. That kills the engine. Now you're having smoke billows come out. Space Cowboy literally getting out of there as he takes a single shot to cripple him. Grenades being thrown, but now Blue 4 is literally charging into this position. You've got satchels and charges being thrown in, grenades going off as the terminal is right here, and Blue 4 is within striking distance. Now the question is, there's another charge being thrown in. That one got caught on the second story. That one then going in the first story. Minimal damage, though, because the building here, this is an invincible texture, no matter if you disable the sim or not, so it's able to tank those explosive rounds. Nick taking fire, another charge being thrown in, that's going to cause them to have to run. That might still get him, yep, he was still exposed to it. Blue 4 losing 2 guys right there as they attempt to charge. Pierce the only guy alive, but at this rate, Green 4 just needs to fold in because they are dropping left, right, and center. We need to see some grenades thrown or something by the defending guys. Selby, good idea. Still might hurt Carlson with it, which he does, but it's just too far. Depso getting double tapped. Selby getting a second kill right there with that AK. Up 2 kills right there. That's great. Zoni, though, coming around. Might spot Selby to take him out. That's another grenade throw. That one's going to do some damage. No, but they were able to pull it back in time. Selby going out to... No, he traded with Zoni. And he goes down, unfortunately. Trying to find Selby here. I'm just confirm that he had that 3 kill count. Yeah, so crazy, crazy plays to make there. Now you got Blue 4 throwing some grenades out. Gotta be careful because grenades are now a lot more deadly in FNF, which as they should have always been in the first place, but they brought the damage away from the nerf status to actually being able to kill people rather than tickle them. So the UGL plays under barrel grenade launchers, and the handhelds that have been thrown around are now a lot more effective. Pierce deciding not to pull away from that sector, instead holding his best. You still have at least a fire team size element of this group here. Hudson and someone else back here that might have been Shine firing over, getting the kill there. Another Green 4 guy just went down. Now there are only 3 Green 4 guys here, but you also have some Green 4 guys countercharging over here. The suppressed shooters, they're firing grenades up here as Night Owl commands for Blue 4 is now put under pressure. Funny Man taking fire. He got hit right there, so he's probably going to back up and bandage for a second. But Green 4, I mean, they only have 1 solid garrison remaining. That suppressed shooter's got taken out by Mackenzie. Mutant, I think, is trying to fire up on Mackenzie's position. He's just not able to land that headshot that he needs because Mackenzie, yep, he pulled back a little bit, so we've seen some smokes as he is suppressing, but not enough. Pierce folds out, gets a kill immediately, gets slapped by the Mark 11. I'm telling you, I'm seeing 762 just slapping people tonight. Be it 51, 54, 39, it just seems to be hurting everyone in only a few shots. And I remember I heard some complaints earlier on the EU rounds that people seem to be taking a little bit more damage. But I mean, right there, both of them. Actually, I don't see any blood on Sholand here. I see all the blood on this guy. But Terminal 2's hack has started. Everyone is down. A little bit of a blue on blue right there as they lined up on each other. Otherwise, you have Delta HQ driving up to where part of Green 4 X-Ray is. G-Leg's trying to get a headshot as the gunner folds in. Olaf also up here. They're blindly firing, and the gunner is taken out by Olaf. Great headshot there. They're going to have to fold in. Now you got smokes all around Command's position. Honestly, at this point, I don't think eliminating Blue 4 Command would make any difference because Blue 4... they're in the forest now, but numbers-wise, I think Blue 4 still has a slight numbers advantage. Green 4 has this last bastion here. Looking at the skulls, Blue 4 has taken a little bit of a beating, but Green 4, I mean, they've lost the entire squad. So this is pretty much their roster size, and Blue 4 still has a little over their full page. Falcon getting disconnected from the server because his network isn't fast enough. Oh, that's beautiful. He was on Green 4 too. So there goes that. Wow. I love seeing AT used as anti-building measures here, and that has blown away a little bit of Green 4's cover. Otherwise, Blue 4 now slowly pushing in, but as Green 4 turns to engage, this opens up the possibility for Delta to push in. This opens up this room for this team to come in on another flanking attack. More AT going in. It is ineffective, but now that Dishka's also down, because these guys built their fortifications facing this way, completely exposing them to the rear, and Blue 4's done a great job of circumventing all of that. Now we have Arcane pushing out. He took fire from his own guys. Looks like they're talking and chatting to each other, again, because when you're in Spectator, you hear each other on T4.
Send in Go Team 6 now.
And who might that be? Jared, thanks for the 36-month resub, my man. That gets you a new colored Lance Corporal badge. Wear it with pride, my friend. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope you keep enjoying the commentary. I have a lot of cool things coming up. I know I'm always saying that, but I'm also always showing you cool things. But I have a new commentary gig getting lined up. And let's just say I'm going to have to get my VR legs back for it. But I'm still keeping it rather hush-hush. But just for you, Jared, I will tell the world. Regardless, I hope you keep enjoying the operations, the streams, and I hope you're getting a nice kick out of this one today. All right, Arcane is trying to solo push against Blue 4, which these usually don't do super well, but sometimes this alone can turn the tide. So we'll see how that works. No, not V2, Vane. Still thinking about it, but I gotta rebuild my viewer base at that point. Someone bumped your router? Ooh. Sorry, Falcon. Yeah, so this building is now showing its damage texture. Arcane, now, look at that. He's flanking, he gets Dreek. Again, I'm telling you, that 39 is slapping tonight. He's only getting people down in 1 or 2 shots. Gordon, though, might spot him as Arcane target fixates on Shade. Throws a grenade out. Sablon not noticing. They're only going to hear gut. Wow! Shrapnel hit him. So now that's forcing these guys to push down to that one building. That was a very long range for shrapnel to actually hit him. That was honestly like 70 meters. Jesus. Blue 4 tried running down the ridge. They're getting taken out, but now you got the trench line getting flanked by Guy Fieri. Oh, God. He's coming. He's going to send Green 4 to Flavortown. He sees Hunavar down there, and he gets multiple shots to the back of his head, but it's not enough. Hunavar has a steel plate. He quickly tries to pull up, and he suppresses Guy Fieri getting behind the trench line. Might bandage himself or might throw a grenade. There's the grenade. Oh dear, it's bounced out of the trench line. I think Hunavar is safe. This grenade also, I have no idea where it went. Oh, it went all the way back there. Good God. Got Green 4 doing their best. Guy Fieri charges. Gonna get right on top of the trench and mag dumps Hunavar. That's why Papega and Scandy do so well, is because that level of aggression. Michael, that's a friendly grenade. Lennox, you bastard! And then Wise. Lennox refuses to die. Okay. Oh, this is why I love grenades now, because they'll actually hurt you. Oh my God, Guy Fieri mowing down another man, sending him to Flavortown. And at this rate, Arcane is dead. I feel like this position's screwed. Green 4 only has 2 guys left in the final sector, and it's going to be GG. And we're only at the 17-minute mark of the round. Oh, they're firing. Yeah, I wouldn't be worrying about the Humvee at this point. I feel like you have more apparent problems at the moment. Grenades aren't friendly once you pull the pin. Yep. Oh, Falcon, if there's any network interruption when you're playing on an Arma 3 server, it automatically disconnects you. For example, when I switched my Wi-Fi to my wired connection or vice versa and I'm on a server, it always disconnects me. It always gives me that red chain. Even if I have both connected at the same time, I remove one. It's just old network coding. Sorry to hear that, Ilbanek. Ooh, Resent and Shine double teaming Nemesis and taking him down. Green 4, I appear to see 3 guys. Now 2. Now 1. Left around the terminal as Guy Fieri's rage to send people to Flavortown increases. He's on 5 kills. He will not stop until everyone goes. But, unfortunately for Guy Fieri, Whiplash stays true to his name and gives Guy Fieri Whiplash. And Guy Fieri cannot send him to Flavortown. Gabian wakes back up. He is locally breaching. More suppressive fire going into that tint. Whiplash just wants to make sure Guy Fieri can no longer send people to Flavortown. I will stop making that joke now. And otherwise, we still have Lennox, the team killer, up here. Oh, no, he got a kill, and he was able to even it out. Now he's at 0. Lovely. Gabian vaulted the wall and is bandaging. Will Sablon see him out the window? That was just comedic. He literally turned around, had a moment to utter some sort of profanity, and then Sablon blew his face off. Whiplash trying to come around as he takes a lot of fire. Sablon blindly firing at Whiplash as well. I think he had an angle on him for a brief second. Whiplash now playing dead. And now he's actually dead. Wow! Cosmonaut does not believe in that bullshit, and now Terminal 2 can be taken freely, as all of Green 4 is now dead. It's okay, we had someone actually make you dead, Whiplash. You don't have to pretend anymore. Yeah, I wasn't dead enough. Oh well. Terminal hack will be executed at any moment. Closest Blue 4 team is this group of 3. Anderson, Wheaton, and Zeist. Moving up to Green 4's pause. You got Bacon-flavored Ivan holding... I'm gonna be honest, if someone comes in crouched right here, I think they'll be able to evade Ivan's viewpoint here. And then you have Shy in this little bunker, which he does have a pretty good angle of overwatching this area on this lovely... I guess someone decided, hey, you know what's cool? Army men tanks. Let me make a giant version of that and not include the turret because I don't want it to look threatening, and let me just, like, melt it off. Yeah, Army men tanks. Does it at least have a coax? Yeah, the coax gun is there, but... Tunk. Okay, well, no one's initiated the hack yet, so Blue 4, I think, is just making sure the area is swept, or they don't believe that, you know, it's actually clear. Otherwise, someone would have run in and gotten it. Otherwise, we will wait for Green 4's eventual loss. Because I'm going to be honest, guys. 2 dudes versus all of this. It ain't happening. Well, no, I lied. Green 4 has additional forces. They've got... Wow. I miscounted 100% of Green 4's forces, guys. There's an additional 100%. Instead of 2, they have 4. They have G-Legs, who has no kills, but he has a sniper rifle. And they also have Olaf, who has a kill and an AK and a dream. Well, chat, I think this is going to be a wonderful round. Green 4 will probably be able to get like 2 or 3 times their kill, their KD ratio before they're eventually swarmed, because the amount of Blue 4 still alive. Yeah. At least this round will go on for like another 9 minutes. That'll be nice. Alright, so we'll see what round 2 goes on with, and we will go from there. Tomorrow is going to rain too, so I don't have to water the plants. Score! I finally set up the planter box that Bloodwing got, which I was like, about getting, but she got it anyway. And then I paid for it, of course, but... Filled that with a thing of gardening soil, and I planted some tomatoes, onions, and what else did I plant in there? I can't remember. There was one more thing. Crap, why can't I remember? Oh, well. I'll figure it out in 60 days when it starts sprouting. Go, oh, it's forming a thing. Oh, broccoli. Right, it was broccoli. Anyway, Delta HQ charging in with 5 people on this Vic, encountering no resistance. So they're going to think it's clear, and they just have to run in there and touch the damn terminal. I just heard a GL fire. Where'd it go? I don't know. Was it Olaf that did that? He doesn't have a GL. So it's X-Ray doing it, and they're completely missing. Otherwise, Dooley runs in. It's clear. Bacon, yeah, Bacon, now you gotta do something. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh my god, this is all part of... What? What? Oh, Dooley didn't have ammo in his gun. Oh, that's freaking brilliant. Ah. Ah. What? 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 Ivan, you wanna stop that terminal, buddy? Excellent. Okay. Yeah. Shy's still alive. Olaf's still alive. Yeah, it's a good start. Sniper's still alive. He's got a kill. Good for him. I'm gonna write that timestamp down, don't mind me. Welcome to Friday Night Fights, everybody, where even I don't understand what the hell happens half the time, alright? Don't worry about it. I think Dooley ran out of ammo or something, or only had, like, really small partials, and then switched to his handgun, and Ivan was just blind. So, I don't know. I don't know. All right? This is Friday Night Fights. Anything's possible. Shy is dead. Olaf is dead. Now it is just up to Bacon-flavored Ivan, who has decided to take the 240 that Dooley had, which will Bacon be able to shoot people with it? Because he killed another guy with the 240. He can take the ammo, but I didn't see him take it. So, yeah, he's able to shoot with it. So I don't know what the hell. I don't know. I don't know. There's a satchel in here. I assume Bacon planted it. But it's in this corner, which means the explosion's only going to go from, like, here to here. Because the wall's going to eat it since this is an invincible texture. Okay. Bipod it, Bacon. Yeah, you are. You are prone as a mouse here. Yeah! Zeist. With the grenade play. Bacon with the grenade play. Bacon dead to the grenade. Zeist still alive. Bacon with another grenade. Doesn't kill him. Zeist combat looting for more grenades. He gets shot by the sniper and immediately runs. Bacon wakes back up. Welcome to Friday Night Fights, everybody. I'll be your streamer this evening as I try to figure out how many blue fort takes to hack a terminal. Maz has run into... Oh, he got in through the skyline or some shit. I don't know. Bacon kills another guy. Grenade goes in. Is Maz or Bacon gonna die to it? Nope, that guy's gonna die to it. Whoa! Top tier Maz runs over, makes Bacon do a kickflip. And then Maz touches the terminal. Welcome to Friday Night Fights, ladies and gentlemen. I know I keep saying that, but you know, it wouldn't be FNF without a little bit of, I don't even know what to say. All right, how is G-Legs gonna attack the terminal in 23 seconds? Well, he's gotten 2 kills, which is pretty nice, but beyond that, let's see if he can get 3 in 15 seconds. Don, if you're here, you can pay it out to blue for at this point. Yeah. Round was 27 minutes. You may need more alcohol, buddy. I need alcohol at this point. Oh, man. And that is it. That is the round. Yeah. Quite a few blue force still alive, but I mean, Night Owl made a great plan. Op 4 did their best to counter it, but they were just too spread thin across objectives, so, you know. There are more people watching this than playing FNF. Mountain, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's always been that way. EU, I'll have anywhere from like 100 to 200 people watch. NA, the number usually slips anywhere from like 80 to 150.